Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the Empowering Minds Mental Health Podcast. And today I just want to do a little segment on forgiveness is not the same as emotional release. So today I want to talk about something that I recently realized in my own life. And it's this: forgiveness is not the same thing as emotional release. See, a lot of us have been taught that once we forgive someone, everything should automatically feel better. We say the words, I forgive them, and then we expect that the pain, the hurt, the anger, or the memories should just disappear. But the truth is, forgiveness and emotional healing are two different processes. See, you can forgive someone in your heart, but still be carrying the emotional weight of what happened. Now, that doesn't mean that your forgiveness wasn't real. It simply means that your emotions haven't had the chance to fully process and release what you experienced. I came to this realization recently in my own life. I had forgiven someone years ago. I truly had. I didn't hate them. I wasn't walking around angry. But I started to notice that certain memories, certain conversations, or certain situations could still trigger emotions in me. And that's when it hit me. I had forgiven, but I had never really released the emotional baggage connected to what happened. See, forgiveness is a decision of the heart. Emotional release is a process of healing. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 4:31 to let go of bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander. Notice it says to let it go. That means there's a process of releasing things that may have built up inside of us over time. See, sometimes we forgive someone because we know it's the right thing to do spiritually, but our bodies, our minds, and our emotions still need time to work through the impact of what happened. And that's okay. So, healing doesn't mean pretending something didn't hurt. Healing means acknowledging what hurt, bringing it to God, and allowing Him to help us release it over time. For some people, the emotional release might happen through prayer. For others, it may happen through therapy. For some, it may happen through journaling, conversations, or simply talking through their experiences. But the most important thing to remember is this: you are not weak because healing takes time. Sometimes people feel guilty because they say, I already forgave them. So why am I still feeling this way? But emotions don't always follow the same timeline as forgiveness. Forgiveness is a moment, healing is a journey. And God understands that. Psalms 34:18 reminds us that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. That means God, that means God meets us not only in the moment of forgiveness, but also in the ongoing process of healing. So for me, I've learned that through emotional release sometimes comes from simply being honest about how something affected you, not holding it in, not pretending it didn't hurt, but acknowledging it. and then giving those emotions to God. Because when we hold on to emotional weight for years, it can show up in ways we don't even realize. Stress, anxiety, physical tension, or triggers when certain memories come back. But when we begin to release those emotions little by little, we start feeling lighter. We start to experience more peace. And we begin to realize that forgiveness wasn't the final step, it was actually the first step towards deeper healing. So, if you're someone who has forgiven someone, but you still feel emotional pain sometimes, I want you to know something. That does not mean you fail. It just means you're human. And it means healing is still happening. So give yourself grace in that process. Bring those emotions to God. Talk about them. Work through them. And allow yourself the time and space to truly release what you've been carrying. Because God doesn't just want us to forgive, He wants us to be free. So, guys, that is my word of encouragement for you all today. If you haven't been through this, or maybe you know someone who has, and maybe you can share it with them. So, again, peace and blessings to you all. I hope that you all have a blessed week. Take care of yourselves. Stay encouraged. Until next time.